so one of the trends that we're seeing now is the employer and the union kind of working together now to, yeah, I'm sure this is not news to you. I'm sure you guys know this, but we're starting to get a fair number of clients who come to us and say, you know, it feels like my employer's against me trying to get rid of me. My union wants to get rid of me. They're not helping me. Who's the check on the check, right? The union's supposed to be there for you, taking care of you. If they don't, where do you go? And it's like organizations like us, we're your last resort on this sort of stuff. And so kind of two quick stories on this. Maybe we'll only get through one. But we had a client. He was a phys ed teacher in Connecticut. He had been a member of the union for like 30-some years up there, resigned. And during the days of COVID, he got put through a mandatory DEI. They did it by Zoom. And after the DEI training, they put him into these Zoom breakout rooms. And then the school administrator was like, well, what did you guys think about it? And he politely was just like, well, I disagree. Like, I don't think this stuff is right. And so kind of moved on. No one said anything. Well, they started an investigation on him. He didn't know about it for 3 months. Then they finally told him, hey, you're being investigated. And he's like, for what? No one even remembered. And the investigation lasted a year, actually. He ended up getting disciplined at the end of it, a letter in his file, and they said, if you ever speak against this again, you're going to be fired. And he went to his union and said, hey, I think we should grieve this. This seems kind of ridiculous. Well, come to find out, the union is the one that signed off on the training and pushed it to the school district. And they were working together on it. And the unions go, we don't really like you. We're not going to represent you on this. And so this guy never had been, written up before or anything like that. So he came to us and said, can you help me out? And so we did. We filed a case for him. And the Connecticut Labor Board actually said that the union's case on this was so frivolous that they actually awarded us attorney's fees and costs on it. We didn't even ask for it, but they were like, this was so bad. And it set a precedent in Connecticut. So now all of Connecticut's public employees have it written in the law. Unions have to represent you equally, whether you're a member or a non-member. And so that was his big win. And then his discipline got taken out, all that type of stuff. So, but just an example of how the union and the administration was actually working together, and he had nowhere to go, right? Because the union was like, we're kind of in on this. And then one last story of something we're doing. We just filed a case in California. We have a teacher out there who, again, longtime teacher, grew up in the district. His mother taught in the district. And again, with DEI, and he was really concerned, and he's not like a warrior of any sense. We call him our very reluctant client, but he just was like, whether you agree with DEI or not, like, this takes away from the education of the students. Like, I'm just here to teach students. And so he went to get on his union's board, the executive board, and he went to run. Well, they made the position he went to run for, you had to self-identify as BIPOC, or you couldn't run. Well, that runs in the face of Title VII, which actually applies to labor unions. And he's like, what is going on here? So he came and found us. We filed a lawsuit for him, and it's hit the media hard. And they actually, San Francisco Chronicle had 3 law school professors, analyze the case, all of them very, very left and liberal. And they're like, well, the union should be allowed to do this. We like what they're doing. But yeah, maybe the law doesn't support that. So, and one of them on TV said he'll eat his hat if our client doesn't win. I was kind of like, we should throw the case just so he has to eat his hat. But, no, we wouldn't do that. But anyway, I mean, these are just the kinds of things that you all are facing that we stand here to help you and support you on.